Coach Pete wouldn't have set this as a goal for them if he didn't think it was feasible. Will breaking the world record, is that the only way for success in the race? Absolutely not. But I think kicking off this year for this young crew of athletes and really getting them in that headspace of success.
Yes. So we have the Nike Union Athletics Club, which is Ella Donaghu, who's in the second position here running the 1,200-meter leg. Jess Hull is running on an unattached team. She's running the 1,200-meter leg out front. Then we have Simon Frazier in this race as well, and the College of Idaho. So we get a little taste of the local running culture in the Pacific Northwest representing out here at the podium. So when the New Balance team set this record, Emma Coburn ran 3:18.4 for 1,200 meters.
Yeah.
So those splits, 3:18.4, she handed off to Sydney McLaughlin, who was just in high school at that time, who ran 52.3 for that 400-meter split.
Yeah.
Then Brenda Martinez ran a beastly 2:01.94 because she was all alone, and to be able to gun that from the front,
Which is so Brenda. She's just such a tough athlete. She just goes for it.
And then Jenny Simpson, your rival, closed it out in 4:27.66 that day.
So we're looking for 3:18 in this race. That should take us to, well, we'll see at the next, when they cross the finish line on this next lap where they're at. It should be around 1:39 at the 600 meters.
Okay, so 1:39 here. And they're coming up to it. Jess Hull out front, followed by Ella Donaghu, and they're under
right
that.
There. Great.
Ella Donaghu, judging from the inside of the program, it sounds like there's very good things said about her. They're all primed for a big breakout season for her. She ran at Stanford, NCAA runner-up, Portland runner-up. Yep. Love to see that.
Yeah.
Or Portland native.
Portland native, NCAA runner-up, and just everyone I've spoken to, whether it's at the UAC or just other running community people, have nothing but great things to say about her. So that's always wonderful.
We see Ella Donaghu now going to the front here.
2:11 at 800. We were looking for a 2:12, so right on pace. And now just a couple more laps to bring it home.
So it's a solo effort from here on out for Ella Donaghu, the Stanford alum. She's the rook out there. She's a rookie professional joining the Union Athletics Club.
It's always so exciting for these athletes, when they've had a strong collegiate career, to be able to come out as a pro, put on this new uniform, to be part of a new team, to be going after, once again, to be going after these huge goals. I remember my first pro race and how meaningful it was to toe the line against these other great athletes.
Yes, and she's coming up. Look at her grit her teeth here.
Yeah.
She's doing it for the team. That's what this is all about. She has her teammates that she's been training with in San Luis Obispo, living in the same house together. They do everything together, and they're coming in 3:16.
So they're under. They needed a 3:18. They got a 3:16.
So they banked some time right now, and this is Raevyn Rogers, the Olympic bronze medalist in the 800 meters, and she's running a 400 here. Look at this.
So she needed 52 to match Sydney. It should be a 4:10 cumulative time when she hands off.
Making her way around the track here. Raevyn Rogers, she's on the Bowerman Tower at Hayward Field. She's got her likeness up there. We call it Bill Towerman. She's rolling around the track here at the podium, looking to etch her name into this building too. 400 meters coming up here. She's handing off to Sinclaire Johnson, 4:08.
We wanted 4:10, so we're so far they're under pace.
A 52.69 for Raevyn Rogers. We were looking for 53 from Raevyn Rogers, and she delivered under that.
Yeah. Sydney McLaughlin's world record split was 52.32, so Raevyn was right about the same. They're under pace so far, so let's see how Sinclaire does in her 800-meter leg.
Sinclaire Johnson, an 800-meter and 1,500-meter specialist. She famously beat her teammate Jess Hull in the NCAA championships a few years back. So I asked them what it's like to be teammates now. Trying to stir up some,
of course,
some mess there. But
you never know where life will take you, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, so we'll see here. So 4:08. So there, she's right about 60 seconds through the first quarter there. Mm-hmm. And she's looking good still. So you can see Jess Hull giving her some courage there. And now she's making her way around Simon Fraser. So chasing straights, running into the curves. Sinclaire Johnson doing it for the Union Athletics Club out here. She'll hand off to Shannon Osika after this one more lap.
One more lap. We're looking for a 6:12 cumulative time for her. That's equivalent of where the former world record was when they handed off to the final leg.
And it looked like she was about 1:31 at 600 meters there. We'll see what she comes through here for this 800-meter leg. She's jumping onto the final stretch for her leg, and she's handing off to Shannon Osika, also a new member of the Union Athletics Club. And now 6:11 on the clock, so that was about a 2:03.
So 6:11, they're still under, so 6:12 would have been the cumulative time of the competition. So now it's really going to come down to Shannon. Can she run 4:27 or quicker and get that record?
I didn't give Sinclaire the credit she was due. She ran 2:02.9.
2:02.9.
And now Shannon Osika has the baton in her hand with the knowledge that she is on world record pace and the record is within striking distance here at the podium, and the fans all know it as they watch her round these bends here. She took the baton at 6:11.
Yeah, that was...
And she ran 4:24 earlier this year at the Millrose Games for the mile. And what we were asking for here, what Jenny Simpson ran was 4:27. So
yeah, and she basically needs to run that. They were pretty much neck and neck with the world record when they did this last handoff. So she can run 4:27 or quicker, then they should be able to get it. So, sometimes the hardest part in these DMRs is just keeping track of your pace and where you're at. So fortunately for Shannon, she's got people outside and inside the track kind of keeping her aware of where she's at, and hopefully she can just get on the pace that she has and keep it rolling.
That was a 67-second first lap. So that's 4:28 pace there. And everybody is putting their hands together here at the podium. It's a rowdy atmosphere. Shannon Osika, University of Michigan alum. Go Blue.
It's actually sometimes when you're doing a relay, you can get the handoff and you can go out too quick. You get so excited. It's a running start. She's, as we said, slightly slower than that 4:27 pace, but right around there. And now she can, get the nerves out and just start, making each lap what she wants it to be.
Every time she comes around, the fans are putting their hands together.
Got about 2 minutes left. 2 minutes out from that world record time of 10:40 that was set indoors by the New Balance team.
All right. Shannon Osika here with the baton. And you can see her team there on the rails: Craig Engels, Donovan Brazier, Charlie Hunter. And there's Raevyn Rogers cheering her on here. 600 meters to go.
As we were saying earlier, this really is a special moment for this team because they all came from training camp together, living in the same house, working out together to now be able to toe the line and have a race that they share with one another. Going after a world record is really meaningful.
So we're coming up to a quarter mile to go. Quarter mile to go for Shannon Osika of the Union Athletics Club, and this is what it's all about. These teams are forming in the United States, these track teams that were formerly just training groups, formerly just running clubs, and now they're full-on professional teams, and Shannon Osika trying to put a big feather in the cap of the Union Athletics Club, newly named here at the Podium, newly christened Center of Track and Field indoors in the United States.
So she needed about with 400 to go, she needed a 67 in order to get that that world record.
It's going to be close. Here's the bell.
Here it comes.
She's at 10:07. She needs 33 seconds to get this. All alone out there down the backstretch. She's gritting it out. There's Jess Hull giving her some inspiration. She needs 17 seconds.
I think we're in a good spot.
I think we're in a very good spot here. And the crowd knows it. They've got their eyes on the
And
clock.
she knows it.
Look at this. Shannon Osika knows. Raevyn knows.
Woo!
Sinclaire knows. What's it going to be? 10:39.
Oh,
10:39.91. New world record. Women's
Awesome.
DMR. Union Athletics Club. All 4 Americans of the same team. Cap
Awesome.
this meet off in style. The first inaugural Lilac Grand Prix. That's redundant.
awesome.
I don't care. I'm losing my mind right now. Look at this. There's
What a
Pete
night.
Julian down there with his team.